Hello, hello. Today I'm trying another topped flavor from Ben & Jerry's. This one I've had before. It's called Whiskey Biz. It is a brown butter bourbon ice cream with blonde brownies and whiskey caramel swirls, topped with white chocolatey ganache and white fudge chunks. Actually, this one is another white chocolate topped one, which I don't like white chocolate, so it's funny that I've gotten two of these now. This also is the same problem I've recently had with Ben & Jerry's, where they don't have the little, I guess you would say perforated. It's an easy tear plastic top. I actually had to cut this one before starting this because I noticed that problem. I don't know what's going on with that quality control or what, but something to be aware of. And description. Okay. Like us, Whistle Pig is committed to sourcing high-quality ingredients, and this Whistle Pig whiskey-infused caramel concoction belongs on the top shelf of your freezer. So I guess it must use Whistle Pig whiskey. Okay. We will see what it tastes like. Oh no! Freezer burn. Quite a bit of freezer burn. That does not look appetizing. It's like it refroze here on the top. But it does smell, I can smell that whiskey. Ew. Not loving all the refreezing of this ice cream. I'll put that there. Well, hopefully it'll still taste good. Not sure what happened to this ice cream. It's been through a war. All right. Let's see. Unfortunately, this one was really impacted by the refreezing process. That was not an enjoyable bite. Also, there's such a thick white chocolate layer, which really makes even more notable the last one that I tried, the strawberry, forget what it was, raspberry cheesecake topped one. I thought had a pretty thin layer of white chocolate, and I was right. This one is a lot thicker. I don't know why that one is so thin. It's almost the opposite. It's like this one is too thick of a white chocolate layer. But again, something strange has happened with refreezing, and the white chocolate ganache layer has sort of broken and then sort of tried to, I don't know what's going on, but it's all in these little pieces, which it should not be. So I'm mostly just tasting a lot of white chocolate. It's hard to get anything beyond that because of how thick this layer is. But I think we're gonna get more ice cream in this scoop. It's a pretty strong whiskey flavor. Yeah, it's pretty intense whiskey flavor. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I think maybe a regular chocolate would have mixed better, but who knows? Just so you can see, actually don't know if you can see just how thick this layer right here is of white chocolate. That is a lot of white chocolate. But let's see. My goodness. The refreezing process hardened this white chocolate, and it cannot be broken. I just want to say, this experience is not going to be typical. If you get this pint, I don't know what happened to this pint. This was from Target, but I've purchased other pints from there, and I've not had this problem. Oh, and I want to note the same thing with the last topped ice cream that I had. Actually, it's 15.2 ounces, so it's not a pint. It was so sweet with that white chocolate. and struggling to get a bite that isn't full of the white chocolate. I mean, I really like the ice cream. Brown butter bourbon with blonde brownies and whiskey caramel swirls. It's really good. I like the flavor of it. I like the swirls of the caramel and the bourbon and the whiskey. It all tastes great. It's a really interesting flavor. I'm not as big of a fan of blondies as I am brownies, but I think they work in the pint here. I think the only thing I'm not liking is this white chocolate, but it may work better if it hadn't refrozen in this strange way. It is literally coming up. The entire white chocolate layer is coming up, which it should not be. I don't know what happened with this poor ice cream, but my review of it is going to be impacted by this refreezing. So keep that in mind. Maybe I'll be more generous because it's just some kind of an error. Looking past the white chocolate, I think I would give this one between a 6 and a 7 out of 10. I think the ice cream itself is really good. I'm not a white chocolate fan, but I think it might work well together if we weren't having these problems. I just think maybe having less of that white chocolate on top. But I think this one is worth checking out, so let me know what you think.